In this video I'll be showing you how to add your new featured artist and then add products for each of those artists, as well as adding a markup for each artist. So if you look in here, we currently have Tom Hempel, and Tom has a category page. This is where all of his products will show up once he starts adding them. And then if you click on it, click on a single product, it will take you to the single product page, and it'll ask the user for them to choose the print material and then the size, and then that will take them to a 24 by 30 thick gallery wrap if they were to hit continue. So to get to that point, you go into the admin. We've already made the category, so that category page that I just showed you now needs to be linked on the menu. So if you go into hover over appearance, click on menus, scroll on down till you see product categories. You have to click on view all, check John Doe, add to the menu, and then you'll drag John Doe up to featured artist, if I can find it here. Okay, and drop them in there. Then you hit save, and if you go on out to the site, refresh it, you should now have a John Doe category. Now there aren't any products associated with John Doe yet, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so in this menu there is a lot of items, so your web page may time out and throw some sort of error at you, but it will submit it. You just hit back after it gives you an error. Just you have so many items in here, depending on your internet connection, it may give you an error, but it always shows up, so don't worry about that. Okay, so we're adding products now to John Doe. So if you go in to products, and do not click on add product, because that'll require you to add a whole lot of extra stuff that I've already set up for you. So just click on products, and then there is a lot of items in here. You can filter it by categories if you need to. This category is for Tom, and then you see the other categories: photo paper, thin and thick. What you're going to do is locate any featured artist at all, locate their form or their product. So we have Tom here, so we'll click on Tom. As you can see, this is all of his information, and he's checked under the Tom Hempel category. So we'll go back out, and what you do is click duplicate, and what that'll do is take one of the featured artist products and it'll copy it. As you can see, it says copy right there. You want to rename this, so John Doe example. Oops, terrible spelling. Example image. Okay, and then you'll want to rename it here, something similar. Remove the spaces because those aren't necessary. And this is for purpose of SEO to keep it that way. You can add the hyphen at the end, at the / at the end if you need to, and then you add in the description of the product. And then since it is duplicated, you see the category here. It's already clicked on Tom. You want to uncheck Tom and add a check to the new category that we just added. Scroll on down till we get to featured image. You want to swap this out and select whatever image you're going to use. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to leave Tom's in there, but all you do is click on this, open, and it'll load up the new image right there. So we have it set up so far for John Doe, but you're also going to need to change the form based on how much you're charging each artist. So we have Tom in there currently. We're going to go and publish John just to get him out there. So if we refresh this, we'll be able to see actually you have a cache plugin working right now. So when you make modifications like this, you'll have to go to Performance and empty all caches. And what this does is remove the cache that your site's been saving to speed up the website. So once that's done dumping all the cache, you should be able to go in here, refresh. So if we refresh, we can see that John Doe shows up there. And what I also did was clear my recent history on here, because the page will save, or I have it set up so the browser will cache pretty much everything, so it loads much quicker. So see, John Doe now has his first product up. Send him on over to the John Doe page, or single product page for this specific product that you've chosen. Very similar to Tom, well, identical to Tom actually. Thin gather wrap 24 by 30. If you hit continue, you'll be taken to that page. Loads up, shows up over here. It's adding Tom's rate of $50 on top of the $100 that a 24 by 30 thin gallery wrap is. So we need to change that now. So go back into your admin center, click on Forms, and then we'll scroll all the way down until we find Tom Hempel. And you're going to do the same thing you did with the product. You will duplicate this. Page will refresh. You'll have to scroll back down again. You have Tom Hempel form, copy 1. Open that. You want to edit the name to the artist's name, John Doe form. If you wanted to restrict the type of products they get, you can do that in here. So you would just remove options, or you can't add any options, but you can remove certain ones if they don't want to sell it in a certain way. Then you go in here and change the name again, John Doe, and then add whatever price you want associated with that artist. So say this John Doe's only worth $10. You do that. Update the form. Then you now have a new form that's been created, so you'll have to go back to products. I know this seems like a lot, but once you've done it once, it'll go by pretty quickly. Click on products. If you want to filter just to John Doe, you can select the category, click John Doe, and then filter. Although we didn't need to do that since John was already on top. Click on John Doe example image. It's the one you just created. Scroll down where it says Tom Hempel. Add John Doe. Scroll up and update it. Go back and refresh this page. So now when you go out to the site, it'll only add an additional $10 to each of John Doe's images, since you are using the John Doe form that you created, which has the $10 attached to it. You may need to do that like you did before, where you clear the cache and then clear your browser's cache so that it'll show up the appropriate price. That is how you update featured artists, add their products, and add the markup associated with it.